Hey there, traders. Todd Gordon here, tradinganalysis.com. It's your free video update. It's Thursday, November 9th. Markets are ripping on the upside. Bears are squealing here. I have a position on in a system software company that I want to take you through and show you where I think we're headed here. So let's jump in. Number one, let's take a look at the rotation to set up the stock, and I'll get to it and also show you the technical chart and the position we're in. So the stock that we're going to be talking about is in the systems software industry group that is within the technology sector here in green. Okay, and what we're using here is the relative rotation graphs. This is really the only true way to look at sector and industry rotation. And we're looking at this on the monthly chart. Each one of these dots represents a month. So looking at June and July, here's August, and then we're now moving into obviously November. The technology ETF is down here. So this is XLK. And anything that's higher and to the right is going to have more relative strength and momentum than technology. No surprise here, the semiconductors have been the big leader. And what we've seen, though, is the leadership really accelerated here in May of 23 through the summer. And just recently, in October and November, we've started to turn lower. And what has sort of stepped in behind it are two software industries, system software and application software. They're not quite as high as tech on the monthly, not as high as the semis on the monthly, but what you're seeing over here in the weekly is semis down here are low and sort of losing momentum. And a lot of it has to do with NVIDIA and that restriction for NVIDIA shipping its high-powered chip to China. But what stepped into its place here are these guys right here, system software, application software. There's your tech ETF, and then tech hardware right here. Apple's going to be in that guy right there. So the big one's been systems software. You can see a big, strong move up here. As you're up here in the leading quadrant, that's going to indicate that system software is showing more relative strength and momentum to the benchmark, which is going to be your S&P 500, and it's outpacing the technology ETF right here. The stock we're talking about is ServiceNow, NOW. So we'll do that same kind of experiment on the monthly here, and again, we're looking at ServiceNow, the stock, system software, the technology ETF, XLK, and Microsoft, which is also part of that industry group. So you can see that since the first and second quarter of 23, these guys have been rotating in. ServiceNow is right on the, it's a little higher than ServiceNow and Microsoft. But over here on the weekly, you're going to see that ServiceNow was in consolidation here. And I'll show you in the technical chart, but just in the last few weeks, earnings report came out and ServiceNow made a very nice hook to the upside. The fact that it's further to the right on the scale on the bottom means there's more relative strength in ServiceNow than even Microsoft, which is pressing all-time highs. Okay, so the technology is kind of hanging out here. System software is doing its thing, and obviously there's a lot of representation with Microsoft, but ServiceNow is looking solid. Before we jump into the chart, I just want to take a look at the earnings. The earnings that came out on October 25th were just awesome. So they came in at 289. The consensus on the street was 257. Revenues were supposed to be 2.27. They came in at 2.29 billion. And if you look at the EPS that this company has put up in 21, 22, beating the consensus, you can see the growth rate that the street is factoring in. And then here you're looking at the EPS revisions, earnings per share. The analysts are having to revise up their earnings here to 1041. And then next year we're looking at 1265. And then the year after that, looking at 1540. So company's growing. It's a big AI play. Really like it. The CEO is very, very well received in the analyst community. And if we look at the chart, I'm going to hit you some pretty good Fibonacci and Elliott wave stuff here. But the sort of downward momentum that we saw on ServiceNow in the weekly RRG is just this wave for consolidation. We have the trade on right now. We bought some at 603. I had an order to buy more at 585. We never came back to fill it. So we're going to have to do a little bit of chasing. Stop loss in the position right now that we're carrying on our stock desk for our research business is at 570. I also hold this thing in the wealth management business as well. So it looks like we broke these wave 4 consolidation highs. There is a clustering of fib targets up around 713 to 743, which is going to be just through those all-time highs. And if we can get through there, you might be looking north of 800 into the next zone of fib targets. Okay, so looks like ServiceNow is looking very solid on the upside. So basically what's happening is you have a new kind of sheriff in town. Semis were leading technology. We had sort of some underperformance, and now software stocks are the big ones that are leading tech. All right, guys, hope that helps. I'll see you on the next video update. Hi, it's Todd from tradinganalysis.com. Thanks so much for watching. Listen, my team and I have so much to share with you in terms of our technical analysis, our fundamental analysis, portfolio management tactics, trading in and out, maybe options, sector rotation. Let us know what's most interesting to you. Maybe drop that in the comments section and we'll do our best to work it in. Also, consider clicking the subscribe button and the bell icon to be notified when we put out new videos. And finally, you can check us out at tradinganalysis.com if you'd like to see us manage our real portfolios in real time. Thanks again for watching.